Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, 280. All day, baby, all day.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Line set, 280. White. Here we go. Hey, Charlie. Mike 50. I got you. 50's the mic. Hey. Get on.
From the 50, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Leo. Recon, 132 fighter.
Throwing Jones. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Bengals' 49-yard line.
Set. 10-2 stop. Check, 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 check. Mike, 48. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Got it. 55, Mike, 55. Alert 3. Look, squeeze. Check. Yep.
The toss out to Barkley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
Come on, set. 60 or. Go.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Bengals nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, easy, easy. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here we go.
Now Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Barkley on 1st down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Whip. Watch the whip.
61, matchbox lights.
Wide, get wide.
Now Jones. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I'm here all day.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Tight right. 4 down. Check three. Shift.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on 3rd.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Back to throw. Jones going, and that's caught inside the 30. They'll get 34 yards there.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check.
Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready, set.
26 months. Yo. Watch the shit. Hey.
Riley, 64, weak.
Watch
Go.
out. 26, let's go.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And Rosas puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Stafford, he's going deep for Brown. And And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Let's go. 10-2 start.
Watching your drive. Throw your jump. Kill.
22 Jet Bombers. 22 Jet Bombers. Let's go.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's caught. Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
80 weapon.
Watch the safety creep.
They find some open field here. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike,
Bravo.
you better bring.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3.
The Giants go for a 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious from both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Rock it.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, watch the screen, watch the fight.
Jones now operating from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room.
Set. 280.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Big 20.
Big stop, let's go. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 21 yards. Here's Stafford. And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carl Lawson, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, 7.
Everyone got 4 down. 26 Mike.
Back to throw. Jones. He's going to wind up. Oh, wide open. Complete. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 88 yards. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Mike is a 50. Check Alpha. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
I got him.
Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Tighten up.
Look at me. Go.
Again, it's Barkley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hey, Wahoo!
48 for Mike. Here we go. 48 for Mike.
Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will get it at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Who that?
59.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Darren Lee drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down. Here's Ryan Quigley now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And an update from the other NFL stadium in Ohio. That's up in Cleveland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
8-3. Hey, Sam off.
Check 50. Big gap.
X3. 218, chop it. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Go.
Now Jones on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
You draw Porter.
26 Mike. Bound to lose one.
Check 13. Check 13.
Mike. 26.
Five.
Let's see what you got. 26 Mike.
Snap.
To throw again. Jones. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It's going to be caught by Richardson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Hey, we got to get this done.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. He finds his running back, Mixon. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Deuce, 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 deuce.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Pull it good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Charlie.
26 months. Night, sweetheart.
Look at me. Zipper.
Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. 50. Plant.
Hey, watch it.
General West. Shoot.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Jones now, operating from the gun. Throw caught here by Bird. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Jones now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Damiere Byrd, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice
don't they?
it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases,
and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Hey, Haywood.
Max 50, Max 50. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
He's back to throw. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they give up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team, because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Giants, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they dropped back to 4-6. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.